Advocate Gursevak Singh Sehal welcomes you. Friends, recently, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita (BNS) has received presidential assent, and it will replace the 163-year-old Indian Penal Code. However, the central government is yet to notify the date of enforcement. In Rajya Sabha, the three bills, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita, to replace the Code of Criminal Procedure, and the Bharatiya Shiksha Sanhita, which seeks to replace the Indian Evidence Act, were passed through a voice vote after being moved by Union Home Minister Amit Shah. On December 12, the centre reintroduced the three revised criminal bills, including the BNS, in the Indian Parliament's lower house, withdrawing the previous versions introduced in August. In addition to reordering the sequence of section numbers for offences assigned in the IPC, the following significant amendments have been introduced in the penal law by BNS. Community service as form of punishment. Community service has been introduced as a form of punishment under Section 4, although it has not been defined what community service entails. For offences such as attempting suicide to compel or restrain the exercise of lawful power, defamation, misconduct in public by a drunken person, and failure to appear at the specified place and time as required by a proclamation published under subsection 1 of Section 84 of the BNS, 2023, community service can be awarded in addition to the prescribed punishment. Offences against woman and child. The new BNS adds Chapter 5 naming of offences against woman and child of sexual offences. All the offences relating to woman and child have been placed under one chapter in the beginning of the code, which was earlier spread under various chapters and parts. Marital rape with minor wife is offence. As per exception of rape, which is Section 63 of BNS, sexual intercourse or sexual acts by a man with his own wife, where the wife is not under 18 years of age, would not be rape. However, under IPC, the age of wife to not to constitute rape was 15 years. In 2017, the Supreme Court in the judgment Independent Thought v. Union of India, 2017-10 S.C. C. 800 had read, 15 years, in exception 2 to Section 375 IPC as 18 years so as to bring sex with a minor wife within the ambit of the rape offence. Sexual intercourse by employing deceitful means, etc. BNS introduces sexual intercourse by employing deceitful means, etc. as offence. Section 69 states that whoever, by deceitful means or by making promise to marry to a woman without any intention of fulfilling the same, has sexual intercourse with her, such sexual intercourse not amounting to the offence of rape, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Enhanced punishment in case of gang rape of victim of under 18 years of age. As per Section 70, where a woman under 18 years of age is raped by one or more persons constituting a group or acting in furtherance of a common intention, each of those persons shall be deemed to have committed the offence of rape and shall be punished with imprisonment for life, which shall mean imprisonment for the remainder of that person's natural life, and with fine, or with death. It is pertinent to note that, under Section 376 DAIPC, the enhanced punishment was prescribed for the victim under 16 years of age. Printing or publishing trial court proceeding relating to sexual offences without permission of court is an offence. Section 73 adds that printing or publishing any matter in relation to any proceeding before a court with respect to offence relating to rape, sexual intercourse by husband upon his wife during separation, sexual intercourse by person in authority, sexual intercourse by employing deceitful means, etc., gang rape, without the previous permission of such court shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years and shall also be liable to fine. It is also clarified in explanation that the printing or publication of the judgment of any High Court or the Supreme Court does not amount to an offence within the meaning of this section. Section 377 deleted, but unnatural intercourse against men or bestiality no longer offences under BNS. It is pertinent to note that in landmark ruling of Apex Court in Navtej Singh Johar, where a bench of 5 judges of the Supreme Court partially struck down Section 177 IPC, which criminalized consensual carnal intercourse, however forced intercourse with an adult male as an offense, and also bestiality. The BNS has completely deleted the offense, implying that forcible carnal intercourse against a man and bestiality are no longer offences under BNS. Offence of adultery omitted. In view of Apex Court's judgment in Joseph Shine's case, the offence of adultery has been deleted. However, second BNS retains Section 498 of the IPC, Section 84, which penalizes a man for enticing the wife of another man so that she may have intercourse with any person. Organized crime. The new law has added organized crime under Section 111. And if the crime results in the death of any person, maximum prescribed punishment is death penalty. The organized crime is defined as any continuing unlawful activity including kidnapping, robbery, vehicle theft, extortion, land grabbing, contract killing, economic offense, cyber crimes, trafficking of persons, drugs, weapons or illicit goods or services, human trafficking for prostitution or ransom, by any person or a group of persons acting in concert, singly or jointly, either as a member of an organized crime syndicate or on behalf of such syndicate, by use of violence, threat of violence, intimidation, coercion, or by any other unlawful means to obtain direct or indirect material benefit including a financial benefit, shall constitute organized crime. It also defines organized crime syndicate, continuing unlawful activity, economic offense. Punishment prescribed for committing organized crime. If such offense has resulted in the death of any person, be punished with death or imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 10 lakh rupees. In any other case, be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 5 years but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 5 lakh rupees. Punishment for being a member of an organized crime syndicate. Any person who is a member of an organized crime syndicate will be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 5 years but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and can also be liable to fine which will not be less than 5 lakh rupees. Petty organized crime. BNS has also added petty organized crime under Section 112, which states that whoever, being a member of a group or gang, either singly or jointly, commits any act of theft, snatching, cheating, unauthorized selling of tickets, unauthorized betting or gambling, selling of public examination question papers or any other similar criminal act, is said to commit petty organized crime. Punishment prescribed for committing any petty organized crime is imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 1 year but which may extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Terrorist Act. A major development brought about by the Criminal Law Amendment is the addition of the Terrorist Act, which did not find a place in the IPC. The wider definition of the offense of Terrorist Act is given, compared to the initial version of the bill introduced in August. Acts done with the intent of threatening or likely to threaten the economic security of India, which cause or likely to cause damage to the monetary stability of India by way of production or smuggling or circulation of counterfeit Indian paper currency, coin or of any other material, are also brought under the ambit of Terrorist Act. Besides, acts threatening or likely to threaten the unity, integrity, sovereignty, security of the country or striking terror in the minds of people are also covered under the offense. These acts include death or damages to properties caused by use of bombs, explosives, firearms, or other lethal weapons or poisonous or noxious gases or other chemicals or by any other substance, whether biological, radioactive, nuclear or otherwise, of a hazardous nature. The offense is punishable with death, or imprisonment for life. Those who conspire or attempt to abet or incite such action, or knowingly facilitate the commission of a terrorist act, could face imprisonment of not less than 5 years, extendable to life sentence. Act endangering sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. BNS penalizes acts endangering the unity and integrity of India, while sedition criminalized acts against the government. The BNS replaces the government with the country. Aspects of sedition have been retained under Section 152 under the new BNS, which states that whoever, purposely or knowingly, by words, either spoken or written, or by signs, or by visible representation, or by electronic communication or by use of financial mean, or otherwise, excites or attempts to excite, secession or armed rebellion or subversive activities, or encourages feelings of separatist activities or endangers sovereignty or unity and integrity of India, or indulges in or commits any such act shall be punished with imprisonment for life or with imprisonment which may extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Comments expressing disapprobation of the measures, or administrative or other action of the government, with a view to obtain their alteration by lawful means will not be an offence under this provision. Mob lynching has been made a separate offence under the BNS, with a maximum punishment of death penalty. When a group of 5 or more persons acting in concert commits murder on the ground of race, caste or community, sex, place of birth, language, personal belief or any other similar ground, each member of such group shall be punished with death or with imprisonment for life, and shall also be liable to fine, states Section 103. Lesser punishments to doctors for causing death by negligence vis other offenders. The new BNS under Section 106 has carved out a special classification for doctors in relation to the punishment for causing death by medical negligence. While the Sanhita enhances the punishment for causing death by negligence to imprisonment up to 5 years, if such death is caused by a doctor, then the punishment is imprisonment up to 2 years. Under Section 304A of the IPC, causing death by negligence is punishable with imprisonment up to 2 years, or a fine, or with both. There is no separate classification for doctors in Section 304A IPC. Stringent punishment for hit-and-run cases. It also prescribes stringent punishment for hit-and-run cases. If a driver causes the death of a person by rash and negligent driving and escapes without reporting it to a police officer or a magistrate soon after the incident, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description of a term which may extend to 10 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Introduced snatching is a distinct offence. Section 304 of BNS states that theft is snatching if, in order to commit theft, the offender suddenly or quickly or forcibly seizes or secures or grabs or takes away from any person or from his possession any movable property. Snatching is punishable with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Attempt to suicide is no longer an offence. Section 309 of the IPC enforced punishment for an attempt to commit suicide. The stringent provision did not find a place under BNS and has been completely deleted. However, Section 226 of BNS criminalizes the attempt to commit suicide to compel or restrain the exercise of lawful power, punishable with simple imprisonment for a term that may extend to 1 year, or with a fine, or with both, or with community service. Significant increase in fine. Negligent omission of measures with animals now up to 5,000 rupees. The fine for negligently omitting to take measure with an animal in possession has been enhanced, from 1,000 under IPC to 5,000 rupees, Section 291. Transgender included in definition of gender. Section 10 of BNS defines gender, which states that the pronoun he and its derivatives are used of any person, whether male, female or transgender. It explains that transgender shall have the meaning assigned to it in Clause K of Section 2 of the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act, 2019.